You've made your model for several hours straight and export your model for the rigging process just to find out your model has some problems and you can't rig your model as it is. First mistake is when you export your model with too many polygons. This model that has 1 million polygons. For the rigging process, you need to scale down your model to a reasonable amount of polygons. Years ago, your model needed to be something between 7,000, 5,000 to 10,000 polygons in order to work inside the gaming engines. But nowadays, with more powerful game engines, your model can be up to 100,000 polygons. And for some animations and films, your model can be to 200k or 250,000 polygons. But something below 100k polygons is ideal for games and game engines these days. If you export your model with too many polygons, when you try to weight paint your model, it took like an eternity in order to process the weight painting. And when it's done, and you try to animate your own character or give some pose to your character, as you can see, it slows down your computer and you have some tethering in your model that shouldn't happen. And if you try to weight paint your character, fix the weight painting problems of your rig, it's a nightmare. If I go to the weight paint, you see the process is very slow and it's almost undoable. You see? It's so hard to weight paint your character. And even if you have the patience to do everything that I said and move your character to a game engine or even for animations, it's not practical. The game engines will crash. And imagine doing something like this in every single frame. It's so hard. So remember, do a retopology before moving your character for the rigging. The second mistake is retopology your character with the triangle. In the retopology phase, sometimes you have some problems to make a polygon a quad polygon, and sometimes you make a pentagon or a triangle. These type of polygons make your animation and your rigging go wrong in every way. I'm going to show you what a bad topology is going to do to your model when rigged. As you can see, if I move any part of my character, the deformations are weird. It's because the polygons are not quad and everything goes wrong. Some weird deformations happening. That mistake happens when you have a model that consists of different parts and different sections that are separate, but you try to merge them into one model in order to export it for the rigging process. In this type of modeling, you should make sure that you don't have intersections like this. Intersections like this or this, when you try to export your model and merge them together, it will cause you an error when you try to weight paint your model. Because when you try to auto weight paint your model, it can't figure out that how it should weight paint your model. You need to make sure you solve any intersections before moving into the rigging process. Move them a little bit apart that is not obvious in your animations, but also it's not intersected. If you have intersections like this and try to weight paint your model, I'm going to get an error. Don't hit weighting. Fail to find solution for one means it can't find out how to weight paint your model. And if I go to the close mode and move my model, you can see the rig moves, but my model don't move. The reason is inside the weight paint. As you can see, my model is fully blue. Any bone that I select, it means no bone have any effect on my model. Of course, I can select any bone and weight paint it myself personally. Just to show you that it's possible. And if I move my character, you can see it moves with my weight painting. Of course, my weight painting is terrible. It's not efficient and it's gonna take you a lot to weight paint every single bone yourself. So always make sure that your models don't have intersections when you are going to merge them together. Okay, the last mistake is merging everything inside one single model. It's a little bit complicated in order to plan which part of models you're going to join together and which you don't want. But in general, if there is a part that you don't want to deform with other parts of your model, you want to separate it. Something like these knee pads. They're going to deform when your knee bends. They deform in the middle parts, but as we know, the knee pads are hard surface. There are things that do not deform. You want the knee pad to move with the shin, but not deform with it. So we're going to export the knee pad separated from our character, and we're going to weight paint it with our rig and fix the weight paint. I rig my character. As you can see, everything deforms. And if I select my knee pads and auto weight them, you can see that they're going to deform with my knee. You see, they're deformed, but I don't want them to deform. Let's clear our those. When our model is separated, it's simple to fix that. Just select your knee pads, go to the weight paint, and find every bone that have influence. As you can see, I have the right shin and the right thigh. They both control half of my knee pad. I don't need that. I want to make the thigh have zero influence. Let's paint that. Now I can like anything else but the knee pads to see better what I'm doing. And the right shin should have full control on the knee pads. Goes on the right knee pad. Let's check it. You see, the knee pad is not deforming anymore. It moves with my shin, but it's not deformed. So it's important to plan before you're going to rig your character what part of models should be separated and what part of models should combine or join together. That's it for this video. If you know any other mistakes that you've done before that makes your rigging a nightmare, please tell me in the comment section below. If you liked the video, please hit the like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to know more about the topology and rigging the character, and in the future videos we're going to import them inside the Unreal Engine in order to move them with the animation on them. So please stay tuned in the channel for the future videos. Thank you for watching until the end. Have a great day. Bye bye.